You understand? Fish sellers are angry with me because I came to the industry and I am crashing price for everybody. I am reducing the price.
Nachi Onyekere, that hard-working, promising young man you held captive, demanding for ransom, which was paid, but instead of setting him free, you ended his life.
I was once in this guy's position. I can imagine what he went through. We are living in the world that when you are working to give yourself a meaning, a lot of people are there waiting for you to unalive you.
They said kidnappers killed fish magnets. But in actual sense, it is the government that killed fish magnets. Yes.
Don't ever believe what we tell you on our campaign trail, because we do not mean what we say. If they are saying that this is political theatrics to probably just get himself into power, are they all indicting themselves, talking about all the politicians and the political parties knocking this down?
Thank you, everyone. What you are seeing today is not only against fish magnets.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. Governor Soludo, I don't really know what to talk about him right now. I don't know what to tell him. This man is very careless. In as much, a lot of people are soliciting and crying out about the rising of kidnapping in his own state, in Anambra State. This man just paid deaf ear. Until recently, this fish magnet guy won't happen, and this man have not shown one atom of concern about it. Guess what he's doing? He's campaigning. Now, I want to walk you guys through about this video. Recently, Nigerians gathered together far and near to show solidarity or support or condolence with the late fish magnet guy. They gathered to light up a candle, and I want you guys to watch this particular video of VDM and Arasigwanishu, what they said and everything that went on that very day. I'm coming to show you guys the full clip in the response of Governor Soludo.
All right, so I'm in Anambra State because of the candlelight I spoke about for fish magnet, who is my namesake, Martins. Sadly, he was a victim of bad leadership in Nigeria, insecurity that have been constantly overlooked by our government. Fish magnet was a victim of kidnappers who kidnapped him at the front of his workplace, and then he was later shot and he didn't come back alive. So we are going to do a candlelight for him. Not just that, it's to also raise awareness on the insecurity issues that is happening in Anambra, not just Anambra State, every part of the east and the whole part of Nigeria.
Thank you, everyone. What you are seeing today is not only against fish magnets, but this is a collective will of India Anambra, all the youth of Anambra, standing with the security agencies to make sure that the killings in Anambra is reduced to drastic level. And they are ready to work with the security agencies to provide information on issues that concern security. What you are seeing today is just a replica of India, the collective will of India Anambra, and to make sure that the security is very, very stable in Anambra. Thank you.
And as you can see, what is going on here, we are going to demonstrate our pains, how we feel.
They said kidnappers killed fish magnets. But in actual sense, it is the government that killed fish magnets. Yes. In actual sense, it is Charles Soludo that killed fish magnets. Yeah. In actual sense, it is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that killed fish magnets. Yeah. In actual sense, it is the local government chairman that killed fish magnets. Yeah. In actual sense, it is the IG of police that killed fish magnets. Yeah. In actual sense, it is the chief of defense staff and the chief of army staff that killed fish magnets. Yes. Because we pay our tax. We pay our tax. Too much tax. 32,000. Anambra State. Nigeria is a very rich country. We have the money to have more policemen with more ammunition, more guns that can protect everybody. But for some reason, these people don't care. Your children are living abroad. You don't go to our schools. You don't use our hospitals. All your kids are outside. That's why you will never understand the insecurity that we face. They can never understand. I look at the faces of people here and I say, plenty of us go see die. Plenty of us go see die.
The integrity of death has not changed.
Plenty of us go see die. And you know why? Because the government don't care.
They don't care.
They only care about their pockets and their own family.
Their selfish interest.
Make it make sense. They say na headsmen for how many years?
Which headsmen?
Everybody keep quiet. They start for Jos. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Borono. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Kaduna, that's 3 states. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Taraba, say 4. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Benue, say 5. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Edo. 6. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Bayelsa. 7. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Anambra. 8. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Enugu. 9. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Imo State. 10. There's no place they don't take. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Abia. 11. Everybody keep quiet. They enter Rivers State. 12.
What have we done?
Everybody keep quiet. They enter Ebonyi. 13. Everybody see the fight as we dey talk now. For how long? For how long? Say na like this people dey gather every time. For how long? No! The government needs to do better.
Yes!
Please, government, we are begging you. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, protect us. Governor Chukwumacha Soludo, protect us. Yes. The governor of Edo State, protect your people. The governor of Benue State, protect your people. Then they kill people and they plan for election. By the time they kill all of us, we go know who go vote you. Very soon, there will be nobody to vote politician again. Because they don't kill everybody finish. Imagine killing over 200 people in one state. How many remain? Human beings for Nigeria don't turn dogs. Human beings for Nigeria don't turn cows. Chicken. Farmers go farm, they'll kill them. It's a problem.
They beg me.
And please, if we live here today, please, we should not stop speaking about the.
While all of this is happening, some reasonable governor will just come on the front line, try to address these people, say, don't worry, we will fish them out. Whoever that buy this guy, we will make sure they don't go unpunished. We will do this. No! Guess what is the problem of the governor? Campaign. Already campaigning for Tinubu. He started throwing shade to Peter Obi, saying some people will say they want to campaign for one tenor. Oh, how can you do one tenor? One tenor is a trick. One tenor is a lie. I want you guys to watch the video.
Now, after anybody who is contesting for ownership from Anambra South is on an island, is trying to disrupt the zoning system in Anambra. Some of them want to come to lie to us. How can anybody with brain, you think you are talking to fools? You come to people and say, I will do only one thing. Any politician who said that must be sent to a psychiatric home. Because the person must have some mental problem. When the Constitution allows you to stay up to 8 years, they come and tell us, I'm going to spend one term. Tell us where it has ever happened. Anybody who is saying I'm going to do one term is a psychiatric examination. Because you are taking everybody else to the fool. Anambra, we have advanced there are calibers and categories of people that Anambra has since gone much higher. We are not going to go back. Street urchins. I am getting angry actually. What do you think of that? I want to go to Anambra. Very high.
Which one?
When you see you don't know who took it for them. Anambra.
He's saying this while his house is on fire. I don't know who he's talking to, but the only people that have talked about 110 right now is Peter Obi and Atiku. Is either he's throwing shade to Atiku or he's throwing shade to Peter Obi, because these are the only two people that are talking about 110 right now. Now, Kenneth Okonkwo also came out. According to amalgamation in 1999 Constitution, under Section 19, in the area of I want you guys to watch his own bargain in all of this.
Don't ever believe what we tell you on our campaign trail, because we do not mean what we say if they are saying that this is political theatrics to probably just get himself into power. Are they all indicting themselves, talking about all the politicians and the political parties knocking this down?
Well, thank you for inviting me, and thank you viewers for joining us. First and foremost, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria made it clear. In Section 135, subsection 2, and Section 180, subsection 2 of the Constitution is very clear. The term of a president or a governor is 4 years. 4 years. The Constitution was direct. He said the president, after spending 4 years in office, vacates his office. At times, politicians behave as if they don't have any job. So when somebody says he's going to spend only 4 years, he simply stated a constitutional provision. But here is just a little addition. The Constitution says you are no longer qualified to contest if you have contested for that position twice in previous elections. And this is by Section 137, subsection 1B, and Section 187, subsection 1B. So the issue here is this. If you say you want to contest one term, that is your own idea. That is your own opinion. You are entitled to it. In Nigeria and in some African countries, where elections are deemed not to be free and fair, that's where you have all this unnecessary argument. Why did I say that? Even abroad, you're not sure, even when you're an incumbent, whether if you contest, whether you will win. That is where you will know that your term of office is not 8 years, it's not 2 terms, it's 1 term. So it ought not to even be a point of argument. Because even if you are an incumbent, if you recontest, you can fail. The only thing the Constitution says is that if you fail 100 times, if you have not been elected twice, you are still qualified to be governor or president. So for me, I do not see any issue whatsoever, except, like you said, distrust of themselves, and 2, because of the belief that there is no free and fair election. If there is free and fair election, then the issue of 2 term, 8 years would not arise. But here is another issue. Because of our rotational arrangement, which has this proposition of 8 years for South, 8 years for North, politicians now do not want to place themselves in a disadvantaged position, because 4 years having been taken by a Southern politician, if you are a fresh politician and you want to do another 8 years, you will know that you are dead on arrival. So it's a political strategy on its own for you to accede that you will do 4 years. It is not because the politician did not want to do 8 years, no. But he knows that he has only 4 years left from the Southern, remaining term. But here is another issue. By agreeing you will do 1 year, you do 4 years, you have also agreed that if there is any other northerner that say he will do also 4 years, then both of you are at the same level of equity, because there would be no injustice either section. So there's nothing wrong in a party, for instance, especially an opposition party that doesn't have an incumbent, saying in order that Nigerians will be free to trust them, that they are going to have a transitional government whereby whoever is going to contest would have to agree to do 1 term and do not exercise his constitutional rights to recontest. A party can do that, so that whether they present a candidate from the north or from the south, the Nigerians from either section will not feel that they have been betrayed or an injustice meted out to them. For instance, if a northerner wins in another political party and commits to do 4 years, then what it means is that the south and the north has shared for 4 years, like they did during the Yaradua Goodluck Jonathan period, and there will be no injustice. So there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that ought to raise concerns or arguments. But like you said, you know, a man who kills by the sword does not like people to wave sword at his back. So politicians have made themselves very untrustworthy. So they go the extra mile to prove themselves when they make any proposition.
Now, to clear the air, the PDP shifting Dan Olasi came out to let people know that, okay, Peter Obi have a greater reputation and his words have concrete evidence. And in all of these candidates that are contesting or already ruling, him said Peter Obi, for him, is the only one that have integrity. And I want you guys to watch.
You know, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most people, the elite, the so-called educated, tend to forget that the Constitution says 4-year term. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives you a 4-year term. So that Constitution presumes that in 4 years, you should be able to make an impression, an impactful, impression on your society. It's only when you do very, very well and you desire for a second term that you ask for a second term, which they may or may not give you. Because there are many places in this country where people zone offices just for 4 years. You do and somebody else goes. It doesn't mean that you must finish what you started, but if you have a project that is good and somebody else comes in, he will finish it. And I give you an example. If you come into Enugu now, we have one of the best governors in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Most of the projects abandoned over the past 16, 20 years. Coming to Enugu is like you're entering London. Beautiful. You can see how the governor is, rehabilitating and finishing all the projects. So, in effect, Peter saying that he will do 4 years, I think it is sacrosanct. It's, by all standards in Nigerian politics, is a very honest person, a good Christian. He doesn't talk from both sides of his mouth. So I believe him that he will do it in 4 years. Anybody. If you discuss, I would like people to have him on television on this Arise platform. And if you listen to him, you will see and believe that he will do everything he wants to do, maybe not 100%, in 4 years. That's what the Constitution presupposes. That if they felt that you can't do most things you have pledged to do in 4 years, they would have said, giving it 5 or 6 years. So Peter hasn't said anything out of point. It's his belief that in 1 year you should be able to do proper analysis, even before you come into office. Do a proper analysis for what your vision is and how to implement that vision. The only thing that people have a vision of stealing money, and all the time they are thinking of how to steal that money, and not anything that will be impactful to the common people.
Having said this, the Nobel laureate, Shidiman, also threw her own support for those in the ring, saying that Peter Obi, for him, is not because he's an Igbo, but Peter Obi is the only man he felt like he have reputation and he will support Peter Obi. I want you guys to watch.
Spoken out about issues about this country and indeed the continent. So when perhaps you look at the current state of things in this country at this time, what worries you the most?
The suffering of ordinary people. Life has become so hard in Nigeria, and for me, I can see it. I can see it in, for example, how people who were formerly kind of securely middle class, and not that life was rosy for them, but they got by, are now people who beg and who are in need. That worries me greatly. I mean, the level of suffering, how expensive food has become. You know, just I think that the biggest political judgment that one can make is about the ordinary lives of the people. So, you know, when people say the stock market, I mean, personally, I don't really care about that sort of thing. What I care about is what's that person who has, you know, almost a minimum wage job, how is that person getting on in this economy? It's the suffering that worries me the most. It's terrible, and I think when people, and it's not to excuse crime or anything, but I think that when life gets very hard, even people who before would not have considered certain things suddenly are willing to, and that's dangerous for society.
But in none of this, let me not divert your attention away from the things that are happening. The reason I'm trying to combat this is because of Governor Soludo throwing shade to Peter Obi and Kenneth Okonkwo, unstable politician, is neither here or there. Now he's trying to support Atiku, turning side towards Peter Obi. It said Peter Obi is too weak. He wants a northern candidate to take over Tinubu, that Peter Obi is not ready. He forgot that a northern had just ruled before the West. Now he wants the power to go back to the North, and he said Peter Obi is not ready. If you watch most of his interview, he's just focused on Atiku, and he don't want Peter Obi to come out again, or Peter Obi must be Atiku vice. Having said that, me personally, let's talk about Governor Soludo, who is still campaigning, going to manifesto, you know, ahead of 2027 to talk about politics. Now, in some states, they will be dealing on how to arrest this kidnapper or whoever that did this. But him, he just turned a blind eye. I want you guys to watch this particular video.
Me sitting down talking to you here is a testimony that if you ask me to explain, I cannot explain. I don't know how it happens, but I'm here. Should I say it is because of God? Does that mean he doesn't have God? Should I say it's because I'm righteous? Does that mean he's not righteous? But I'm not any of those. But I can't explain. I only give God the glory. I was once in this guy's position. I can imagine what he went through. We are living in the world that when you're working to give yourself a meaning, a lot of people are there waiting for you to unalive you. I was thinking years back, maybe because you guys don't know me, it's all over Google. If you type my name, you will see me there. I don't know what happened. I am here. When I saw this guy hustling to make a life a meaning for himself, he could choose to do other things, but he decided to hustle. What was his offense? Now, I also asked myself, when I was taken, what was my offense? After collecting ransom, you decided to unalive this guy. To what means? What does he add to you? What kind of world are we living? Right now, I am in the hospital. Since how many years ago, I am battling with this. You can see I am carrying something. Because I was taken as well. I cannot do things I'm supposed to do because of the injury. But I still give God the glory. But I feel so bad that all what he has been doing to survive, a lot of people are not happy about it. They choose to unalive him. They choose to unalive him. Now he's gone. You are happy. I'm sure so many of you are happy. You out there that did it, I'm sure you are happy. I am here not because I am perfect. No, I am not perfect. I don't want to say grace. I don't want to say anything because it will look as if God has forsaken him. But I still give God the glory. It's not that he doesn't have God. He has God. But why would you do this? Why? Whenever I sleep, I wake up, I cannot do anything. I remember how these people use God to eat me. how they use Candlelight to eat. Sometimes I used to have, they call it tension headache. They give me tension headache. In this my fatherland. Look at me. This is ABU teaching hospital. I am here. The queue was too much. Queue was too much. I have to come and sit in the car so that when it gets to my turn, I will be there. Look at the time. +1. I've been here since morning. Simply because a lot of people don't want people happiness. They decided to put me into this pain for how many years? I don't know what to say. I just want to say, may your soul rest in peace. For the family, please accept our sincere condolence. God will never leave you to suffer. The hustle that he has been hustling, God will raise somebody that will hustle and you will survive. It is quite unfortunate, I swear.
Now, to wrap it up, I will just say, for me, these fish magnets, if really they want to arrest the perpetrator, they should put a bounty on their head. That whoever that did this, any police officer that is able to arrest these people, they will increase their rank and also their salary. I give maximum 1 week or 2 weeks. They'll fish them out. Definitely. Or in an easy way, just put a bounty on their head. Like anybody that can smoke them out stand a chance to win 5 million. You know how many years salary, even their own pension after serving their grateful country for 35 years, I mean 32 years, they will not have 5 million. Their pension is 2.5 million or 1.5 million. Now you say 5 million on instant. Do you think that this kidnapper they will have a place to hide? No, definitely they will smoke them out. But they will not do it. Kidnapping all over, ritualists all over Anambra State. The government is just busy doing another thing on the other hands. Anyway, I'm waiting for you guys in the comment section. What do you think about all of this? I love you guys. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Ives Nachi Onyekere, that hard-working, promising young man you held captive, demanding for ransom, which was paid, but instead of setting him free, you ended his life. What was the reason? Was it jealousy? Was it envy? Was it hatred? Could it be friends? Could it be business associate or rival? What reason was enough to make you take away a mother's joy and destroy her happiness? What was your gain? What did you gain from this evil act? Ifes Nachi Onyekere, may your soul rest in peace. I pray Nigeria doesn't happen to any of us. Please, wickedness does not pay. Evil does not pay. As a man, do not draw the death of your fellow man closer to him over material things. A lot of people in pursuit of material things rendered the entire generation useless and attracted causes to children who knew nothing about their past. All because of material things. Whether you're a billionaire, whether you're a poor man, remember, one day you shall leave this earth. To the rich, money cannot bribe death. To the poor, pity and tears cannot bribe death. How you treat people around you can determine how your end will be. The surprise death has for man is that you don't know when it will come. What you sow today is what you reap in the future. Today might be good, but what about tomorrow? There are people you will harm and you might go free, but there are people you will harm. Your days on earth will be hotter than hellfire. You need to think about your life, your actions, and the consequences of your actions. These material things that made you do it. Remember, the day you die, that wealth will not follow you to the grave. Fashion will not follow you to the grave. Those expensive wigs and Birkin bags will not follow you to the grave. Those luxurious cars and gold will not follow you to the grave. So why do it? Even the simple garment used to cover your nakedness, mites will surely eat them away. For naked you came, and naked shall you return. It is not too late to change your ways. May your soul rest in peace.